So this is another 2023 Grenache. This is the clone 515. We just tried the clone 362. We made them both separately because they did turn out incredibly different from each other. We wanted to learn what the differences in those different clones would give us, even though both are 100% Grenache. They're just two different clones of Grenache. Yeah, they are totally different.
So this has a little good funk.
This one's much like deeper, darker, brooding, and whereas the other ones are lifted and.
Whereas you had to fight to get a little something. I got a 362. This one is right up in your face.
Where is it planted on the vineyard? The two clones.
Yeah. So this one is planted in what we call Block 3, and it's the section that's the northwest section of the vineyard where we have these very long rows, and this is trained cordon where you line up and then you train its main arm along the vine, and then you what's called spur pruning, where it develops these little nodules where prior season's canes have come out of, and each next season new canes grow out of those nodules, and you prune it down so that there's buds remaining on each of those to grow the next season's canes. So it's kind of a traditional trellis style of pruning, I guess, if you will, versus the 362 that we tried. Those were head trained, called the lay style, where it's just a single trunk and the arms are reaching into the sky, kind of like a goblet. So two different styles of pruning. I don't believe, though, that the differences in the wine are necessarily due to the pruning styles. I think mostly it's due to the different clones that we're using.
Yeah, I agree.
But you feel like the shade and the sunlight and all that was equal in both areas that you're blooming in?
Not necessarily, because of the way that they're going to get a different amount of sun, which is then going to dictate a little bit the acidity, the sugar, color of the grapes.
So 2023 was an epic vintage. Cool, long growing season, cool spring, cool summer, not too much heat, but enough warmth that the grapes got to be fully ripened with a lot of complexity, but without sugars getting too high. So they have really great acidity, yet really great structure. And so I think you can really see that this wine. I think the Clone 515 really expresses itself with that type of growing season.
I'm trying to find the right word. I will say it's like it almost has some like tropical notes, like red tropical notes. Not necessarily banana, and it's certainly not mango, but it is like a red, if you will. It doesn't necessarily exist.
I'll put guava.
A chamana.
So I truly think the difference, the biggest difference between the two is the clone, which is really interesting. Yeah.
Especially for the age of these grapes.
Right.
Yeah,
the grapes are very young. They're not babies. Yet. They're babies. What's fun about this is I get a lot of pomegranate. We also grow pomegranates on the property. Do you feel like when we crack open our pomegranates, and the Sky has a good trick for opening pomegranates, by the way. You slice them and then you hammer them on top of it.
Oh, I saw that. Well, it's like magic.
It's like magic. But when they fall out, you smell the pomegranate juice, especially when it's kind of coming into the juice and the seeds are all going into a bowl. And this to me has that quality to it.
Yeah, this wine has great depth. It has a really nice finish.
There is a lot of complexity, even for such a young age.
These grapes are going to be something else as they get older. And
what made you pick this clone in particular?
This was like a necessity is the mother of invention, or accident. I don't know what the right.
I mean, I think it takes a lot to get the nurseries. It takes a lot for them to get grapes into a place that they're safe, that they're virus free. It's not something that just and so you have to place your order with the nurseries early enough. Sometimes years.
Not like tomato mania.
And so when sometimes, you can place an order and they have to, let us go source that, let us go propagate that. Maybe there was an issue that the nursery wasn't ready, but hey, you're ready to plant. You don't have the clone that I'm looking for. Well, what do you do? 5? Well, okay. you know, and so which is so fun is we were very excited about the 362, but this 515 is
It's very
document. Yeah, and we took it because it was the only one we could track down that year. We wanted to get vines in the ground as fast as possible because it takes so long for the vine to establish itself. It takes at least 2 or 3 years for it to establish itself before you can even start to think about making wine off of it. And then the grapes need to age over time to get more complex and make the wine even better. So it's like the earlier you get in the ground, the better. So we were like, we got to get in the ground as fast as possible. And that was all that was available. And we're like, well, I guess we'll try it. And we kind of really didn't plan ahead for this particular clone, but it turned out fantastic.
Yeah, it was very good. Yummy. Yummy.